So we have a couple of questions from the subscribers here that I think are pretty cool questions. Um, let's
Yeah, no, for
see.
sure.
So being that you produced the track, but Dave and Morissette did a lot of the vocal stuff. Was there ever a section of or a time where you would say you would recommend, hey, I think that in this section you should do this style vocal, whether it be a growl or belting this or singing softer here. Would you send them back saying, hey, I would recommend maybe retracking this, or was it all kind of that they just gave it and then you kind of just worked with what they gave?
I feel like that might have happened like once or twice only, because um, what I think ended up happening is that because I would work with like a hard isolated vocal, like I would just stick like that iPhone voice memo into Isotope RX to clean out the guitars so that I had like this pseudo, just isolated vocal. If ever I wanted something, I would just end up like doing it myself on that vocal. So let's say like a growl, I'll probably double it, pitch it down, put some saturation on it,
I
something
noticed a
like
lot of
that.
that in actually in
And
Trophy.
then
There
it
was a
would.
lot of pitched vocals. I loved it.
Oh yeah, for sure. That one was the most like top 40 one out of all of them. So you gotta play to the cliches, and cliches are cliches for a reason, right?
I love that quote. You
But
said that's the second time you said it. It's true. Cliches are cliches for a reason.
right,
Absolutely, it's true.
right. But yeah, and once I would send them because I would send them like an instrumental and also the like we're done with the track. It just needs your vocals, but the demo vocals are still there. That kind of would
Hmm.
inform them on like what to do. Um, and Morissette is pretty in tune with like musicality,
Absolutely.
so she's not gonna be like belting over a part that only has guitar on it. She knows when to like bring it back and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And I trusted their judgment. And like I said, there would only be like one or two things, but I would also send like voice memos on like, okay, so I think in this one part, I really want to hear this note, or I want to hear like this set of notes somehow in the background vocal or something. And then, a couple weeks later, it would just show up in my Google Drive and like comb through it. I'm like, it's there. Awesome.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love that, man. It's such a fascinating process, and I love talking about how like just most people don't even realize. I talk about this all the time when I like do a breakdown of people's songs or something like that on the channel, and I'm like, oh, these two artists are The Weeknd and Ariana Grande are collabing, and I'll talk about it, like I would bet some serious money that they never even met in the studio. That they one's in LA, one's in wherever, whoever I think where whatever the case is. It's like they just went to their own studio and sent the wave files, and it's like it's so fascinating how the music industry works. It's so different than most people, including ourselves, until we were there, would think. It's so wild, man. It's so wild. And with modern technology, it's amazing. Like you said, you could have been in Alaska, America, working on these tracks, and they could have been in the Philippines, and the only issue you would have had is time zones. You know what I mean? Like it's amazing. It's amazing what you can do, man.
Yeah, sorry about the whole time zone thing.
Oh my gosh! It's for the little context for people watching. I was chatting with you on in Instagram, and we were like kind of go back and forth, and we were just having so much trouble, both of us, trying to figure out the time zones, and it was a very funny situation. It was
Mhm.
very funny, man. It's all good, but I want to give a quick shout out. We have DJ Alice from Wish 107.5 watching in the chat right now. So she says what's up. So
Uh, so yeah, plot twist. That is my girlfriend.
oh, I did
So
not realize that.
yeah. So,
That's what
hey
she
boo,
said.
what's up?
That's why maybe she said we can. You can link us up. That's funny. That's
Yeah, for
funny.
sure.